Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing a game called Neko Atsume. I thought I'd do something a little bit different and show you guys one of my favorite apps in the App Store on Apple. This game is both for Apple and Android. It originated in Japan until they decided to translate in English, and now it's across the world, played by 3 million users and growing. So let's begin. It's 10:18 a.m. Now, the game has a theme song, but I did turn that off. I will play it for you guys eventually, that way you know what the game sounds like. Here's the app. It's a cute little cat, which is the original cat in the game, the main cat. His or her name is Snowball. They don't specify genders in the game. You can feel free to change the names of the cat, which I will show you. So let's begin. Okay. So I just remodeled my yard, but I'm going to be doing it again just to show you guys. I do have the yard expansion, which you have to save up fish to do that. You have to save up all your fish to do anything in this game. The game, whenever you start it, will start you off with, I think, 200 silver sardines and 10 gold sardines, I believe. Don't take my word on that, but it will start you out with some fish. In order to bring cats to your yard, you have to make sure you have food in the yard and make sure the food is full. And then you take your fish and you have to buy items for the cats. The first item in the game that they'll make you buy is this red rubber ball. So let's start out with making sure that the food is full. Frisky bits. My food is full. I have 2 more refills. And here's some sashimi. It doesn't need refilled. So let's go start out and go to the shop. The shop is where you buy everything in the game for your cats. And here's the foods. The main food isn't on here. If you have no silver sardines, you can start out with what's called thrifty bits. Thrifty bits is the most generic cat food in this game. Then comes the frisky bits, which is decent. Most cats will come out, but rarely any rare cats, which I'll get to. Ritzy bits, which is pretty decent. It can get you a few rare cats and they'll eat it pretty fast. Bonito bits, which is only for certain cats who like the type of food. A gourmet canned feast, now with a dash of bonito flakes to fuel your cat's active lifestyle. So it's more for the active cats. And then there's the best food, deluxe tuna bits. Even the most finicky of felines will crave this fresh catch. Cats will practically teleport to the bowl. All cats enjoy deluxe tuna bits. And then you have your rare food, which is sashimi. Sashimi sliced from only the freshest fish, with the wasabi and garnish removed, for cats with expensive taste. So let's go to the menu and go to the cats. Whenever you click cats, you'll go to your cat book, and it will show you all of the cats that you have who have come to your yard. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can rename the names. So this was originally Snowball. Snowball is the main cat in the game who's always in your yard, always, pretty much. Now, whenever you click the cat, it will show the personality, power level, visits, and the top 3 goodies used, the type of coat, the album where you can take pictures of the cats, which I will show you in time, and any mementos that the cats will leave you. So, if you've played this game for a while and you have enough cats coming to your yard, if a certain cat is satisfied and really enjoys what you've put out for them, they'll bring you a memento. So the Snowball, or Kitty Meow Meow, the original cat in the game, left me a flowered collar, a small collar with a flower print pattern. So let's go to the album. Here's some pictures I've took of Kitty Meow Meow, aka Snowball, hanging out in a donut hole, hanging out on the cooling pad, the deck. Now, whenever you click the cat book, you can choose the best shot in your album to show up as the original pictures. So I have this, but let's change it. I like this picture right here. He's hanging out in a cafe. double click it and it'll show up as best shot. Close. Okay, so his personality is mellow. He has a power level of 80. He's visited 123 times. His type of coat is solid white, and the top 3 goodies he's used is baseball, rubber ball, and the burrow with pot. Okay, so let's close that. And let's go through some of the cats. So these are just the normal cats that visit. It shows the last date that they showed up. Okay, so let's go to some of the rare cats. Cats that, you know, are very hard to get unless you put out specific items in the game. So this is Pepper. He's not actually classified as a rare cat, but he's very hard to see when he's out in your yard unless you visit the yard every pretty much like 20 seconds. Okay, so Pepper's personality is shy. He has a power level of 165. He's visited 30 times. His coat is black and he has odd eyes, and the top 3 goodies he's used are a burrow with pot, a warm sock, and a shopping box. Now, a memento that he's given me is, click the wrong button, is a toy mirror, a small sturdy mirror by Pepper. Here are some of his pictures I've taken. Him in a box, him in a plastic bag, which can actually suffocate a cat. I don't know why they have that in this game. Him in a cake box. And look how beautiful his eyes are. Let me just, if you can see that. Don't want it to not focus, which it's not. But his eyes are yellow and a light blue. Okay. So that's him playing with the twisty rail. And that's his best shot. Let's change the shot. I like him in the sock right here. Or I actually like him in the bucket. Okay. So back to the rare cats. Okay, here we are going into the rare cats now. Joe DiMaggio is the first cat that will visit your yard who is a rare cat. He's based off of the original baseball player, and I don't know his last name. Joe DiMaggio? I don't know. I only know that name from Seinfeld, so. He is, his coat is a baseball jersey. His personality is a team player. He has a power level of 28, and he's visited 9 times. He only uses the baseball. So let's go to his album. He hasn't left me a memento yet. So basically, he'll come to your yard and just stand there with his little baseball bat and cute, adorable little outfit and stare at the baseball. Okay. Another rare cat is Xerxes the Sixth. His personality is regal. He has a power level of 70. He's visited 5 times, and the top goodies he's used are the Zanzibar cushion. He loves, he'll eat the bonito bits and up. So the bonito bits, the frisky bits, or I think that's right, and the tuna, the very expensive deluxe tuna bits, and the sashimi. This is what he looks like. He always has that blanket wrapped around him, and he's a Persian. That's his coat. So here he is. And if you want him to visit, make sure you have good food out, and the Zanzibar cushion. That's what that's called. Some other rare cats. Chairman Meow, he's like an army cat. Senor Don Gato. His personality is scheming, power level 30, 3 times visited. Mustachioed is his coat, and his top 3 goodies used are the Mr. Mouse. Actually, let me show you his picture. He'll show up with his little sword, adorable outfit, playing with the toy. So here's Xerxes. Now, okay, a cat will have visited, but they don't have the photos shown here because I never got to see them. Personality, nobody knows. Nobody knows his power level. He's visited twice. His coat is ethereal. His top 3 goodies, he's only used the Katatsu, and I have no pictures of him. Same with Bob the cat. Here's Conductor Whiskers, Misfortune, some other rare cats. Mr. Meowji. Guy Furry is the second rare cat who will visit your yard. His personality is artisan. Power level of 30, visits 6. His coat is an apron. He'll only use the glass vase and the heating stove. Sometimes he'll show up and make you a pizza on the heating stove or a beautiful sundae. I think it's adorable when he does any of this because he crosses his little paws like he's like, yeah, man, I fucking made this. So, and now let's get to the main rare cat of the game, Tubbs the cat. Now, I renamed him to Tubbs Fat Fuck because basically the only thing he does in this game is come and eat all your food. So here's a tip for people who are just starting out in this game. When Tubbs visits your yard and you see that the plate is empty, do not refill the food just yet. Wait until Tubbs leaves and then refill it, because I'll tell you this, if you refill it while he's still in the yard, it will kick him out and you'll only get a few sardines. You can even get gold sardines if you leave him there to just hang out, relax after he eats. So just make sure you always keep him hanging out until he leaves and then change the food dish, not while he's there. He's a finicky feaster with a power level of 130. He's visited 16 times and his coat is fluffy. The top 3 goodies used, obviously, are the Ritzy Bits, Frisky Bits, and Sashimi. Here's some pictures of him just eating everything. And he left me some fish jerky. A piece of dried fish covered in claw marks, of course. Okay, so those were some of the rare cats, and one more cat I'm going to show you guys, which isn't classified as a rare cat. Her name is Peaches. Now, Peaches isn't, like I said, classified as a rare cat, but she's actually very difficult to see. She'll visit your yard often, but she won't, you'll never be able to see her, but I caught her a few times. She's visited 4 times, power level 45, personality capricious, capricious. Her coat is tan and orange, and she's used the Cat Metropolis, the Giant Cushion, and the Mr. Dragonfly. She hasn't brought me a memento yet, so that's what she looks like. Here's her best shot, but I'm going to change it to her, hanging out in that thing. Okay, so that's about it. Let me show you how to get some more fish for free. Every day, no matter how many times you visit, the first time you visit every day, click the news button, and there will be a daily password. Now, I had absolutely no idea what that meant when I started out this game. I looked it up online, I couldn't find anything until one day I clicked it. So you click it and then it will say input password, submit feedback, or official frequently asked questions. Hit input password. It'll say that I've already done it, but it'll say you've already received fish for today's daily password if you've already done it. But if you haven't, it will send it and it will give you a notification that says daily password sent. Here are the 2 passwords I've collected in the past 2 days. Every time you send a password, you will get fish. Yesterday I got 28 silver sardines for the prefab password, and today I got 1 gold sardine and 17, I believe, silver sardines. So once you collect all 5 or 6, you will get a present. Sometimes a cat will show up in the corner here. You really should not and don't have to click it. It'll say read the brochure that whatever cat visiting has brought you, which is Mittens. It's an ad. So just hit done. Okay, so I've showed you everything. This is the main menu. Here's the cats where we went, the shop where we were gonna buy something, the goodies, which is where all your stuff that you've bought is, the camera to take pictures of the cats, the yard where we just were, the gifts. Whenever cats leave, they'll leave you the sardines. But like I said, there will be a little notification right here that you can just click to get your gifts. Settings, let me show you the theme song of this game. Ready? Okay, so that's where you change your songs. Let me actually go back there and turn this off. And you can change the sounds of the buttons and things like that. So, back to the menu. So there's setting, news, other. Other is just the help for the games, remodeling when you get your yard expansion. Original style, Zen style. Now, whenever you do buy the yard expansion, you know, there's different styles. The first is the original, which you'll get the other half of the yard. Then you can purchase one of these. The second time, it will be 50% off. So it won't be $280, it'll be $140. And then the third time, you'll have to pay original price. So save up those gold sardines. It's so hard to save them up for me. I spend them all the time. So let's start out in the game. Go back to the yard. Now, like I said, we have cats visiting our yard. Since we have cats visiting our yard, we're not going to move them. So let's start out by taking some of the goodies and putting them away. And then we'll put some more down. But here are the cats. If you want to take a picture of the cats, here's how you work the camera. Touch the cat. See which cat is visiting. This one's breezy, personality laid back, power level of 30, and she's visited 81 times. Brown, white tabby coat, top 3 goodies used, plastic bag, arabesque blanket, and the thick holding pad. Here's the memento she left me, which is an hourglass filled with blue sand. So before we take pictures, let me show you how to change the name. Go up here to Breezy, click it, and it will say enter a new name. For now, we'll name her ASMR Cat. Hit confirm. Okay, now her name is ASMR Cat. So back to pictures. So click the cat you want to, pick. Go to menu, hit camera. Now you have 2 choices if you have the yard expansion. So you can take a picture of just the cat, you can take a picture of the whole yard, or if you have a yard expansion, you can take a picture of the entire yard expansion with all the cats in it. So for now, let's start out by taking a picture of a cat. So hit this. Now you can just take the picture like this, or you can expand it by pinching and pulling. Pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull. Okay, so we're just going to expand it for now and hit the camera button. Okay, save to ASMR Cat's album. Hit yes if you want, or hit select album. You can put it in any of the other cat's albums or the free album. Now, with each cat, you only can take 18 pictures. If your album is full, you can take the picture and replace it with an older one. But the free album, we're going to put it in there for now. So it says save to album. There's also a selection that you can put it on Twitter. Okay, so let's take a picture of the yard. Whenever you take a picture of the yard, it will be saved in your original photos in on your phone. So we're not going to go to photos, but that's where it usually goes. The entire yard, the picture doesn't save to the free album or any of the cats' albums. Hopefully, during another update, they'll change that to where you can save the entire yard in the cats' albums. So 72 pictures you can take for the free album and 18 for the original cats' albums. Okay, so that's how you take pictures. Now, like I said, when you start the game, you have to make sure your food's filled. So let's check on the food since the cats have shown up. I have almost enough frisky bits. Sashimi doesn't need changed. Okay, so let's put some stuff down. Menu, goodies. Well, actually, let's start out by buying something. I have 22 gold coins. So we'll go to shop, and we're going to use that because I don't have many silver sardines. So what can we buy with 22 goldfish sardines? Here's the silk crepe pillow for 20. The headspace, which I've actually been saving up for one of these, so maybe we'll purchase that. Here's a pom-pom sock or a colorful sock. So I'm thinking I'm going to be buying the pom-pom sock. Or I could save up for the rice kettle, which I think I'll do next time. So let's go back to the warm sock. So I can get the colorful sock, or which other one was I saving up for? The headspace. I think I'm going to get the sock because I already have enough, you know, cushions for the cat. So let's do the colorful sock. Now you're probably wondering why there's some Christmas items. Every 2 weeks, the game will change into a snowy scene. There will be snow on the ground, and that's when it's good to make sure you have your heaters bought, blankets, warm cushions for the cats, things like that. So anyway, once we buy something, it'll say you bought the colorful sock, and then there will be an option to set it. If you don't want to set it, click anywhere else on the screen and it'll go back to the menu, but we're going to set it right now. So mainly there, with larger items, you can only place one large item in the center, but if it's not a large item and you want to get rid of it, you have 2 options, you know, to place the smaller items. So let's just place a small item right here, which is the sock. But since, you know, it's not snowing out, let's put it outside. I have the umbrella up here. Actually, let's put it inside where the air conditioning might be and the cats, you know, might want to be warm. So put the sock right here. Right now, I had the Kotatsu, which is that big square thing you just seen, and it's basically a heating pad with a blanket surrounding it that heats up underneath as well. So now we have the colorful sock. Now just some advice. Like I said, the better the food that's out, the more rare cats that will show up. So whenever you have rare food like sashimi, make sure you have your more expensive items out in that half of the yard expansion. So I have this golden luxurious hammock out, so Miss Meow Meow, one of the cats who's a really fancy, snobby little cat, I want her to visit. I have her hammock out, and here's her favorite food. She likes being indoors, so I have it indoors. You can find out the types of cats and more of their personalities on their website, which is translated into an English version on Google somewhere. So, with the more original food, you just want to set out original items. Like, for example, since we have Frisky Bits out, we want to put out something like a rubber red ball, or let's put something else out where the cats aren't. So once you bought something, go to goodies. That's, like I said, that's where all your stuff's going to be. And let's pick something normal for the cats to play with, like a cat who will be satisfied with anything. All cats love balls of yarn, so let's put that out. We're gonna, oh, whoa, I didn't mean to do that, but okay, we'll try that for now. So we have a ball of yarn out. But if you do mess up and you don't want that there, which is what I did, hit the button again once it takes you back to the menu and it'll say put a ball of yarn away. Hit yes. This button, tidy up, means that if you hit the button, it'll say this. Put away all of your goodies. Now, if you have cats in your yard, you really don't want to do that because then it'll take away your cats and give you less of a chance of more sardines. So we're just going to hit no for that. So, but we are going to put away our ball of yarn. Hit yes. Okay, now let's try to find that umbrella again. Well, actually, since we put away the ball of yarn, let's put it back out. Let's put it here where the scratching log used to be. Let's go back. Okay, now let's go back to the yard. Alright, here's another tip. Make sure you always have a variety of items out in your yard. For example, make sure the cats are always comfortable, so you want something for them to sleep on. Here's a tiramisu cube where 1 or 2 cats will fit in there. One will sit in the top, the other one will sleep inside. Make sure there's always a toy out for them to play with. Any type of ball, there's the stress reliever ball, ping pong ball, things like that. So we want something warm, something for them to play with, something to keep them warm or cool. I have my umbrella out right now so the cats can hang out while the sun beats down on them. Despite the balls, there's other types of toys. Let's put another toy down. Goodies. Now, what I mean by other types of toy is, like, instead of balls, there's kick toys. And then there's the toys with the string that hangs down, which is what I have out right now. This device is designed to yank the dragonfly up so high that the cats can't reach it without jumping. Kick toys. A fish-shaped toy that triggers a cat's battling instincts. Then there's things like this. The busy bee and the butterfly swarm and the twisty rail, big toys like that, are expensive. They cost gold sardines, but usually the kick toys and the balls don't cost much, except for the Tamari ball, which attracts rare cats. I'll show you that after this. So let's put down a different type of toy. Since we already have a toy that has a hanging item on it, let's put down this kick toy bunny. Okay, since we have the warm sock, let's put it inside. Right there. Okay. So now the cat has something to play with, not only something hanging, it has a floor toy to play with. Now what I meant by the Tamari ball, this ball right here, I believe was 15 or 20 gold sardines. Instead of real silk, this ball is fashioned from layers of shiny fabric with a tiny bell hidden inside. This ball will attract a rare cat called Kathmandu. Excuse me if I'm rusty with that. So yeah, you can put that ball out to attract rare cats. Just make sure to attract Kathmandu, just make sure that the sashimi is out or a good type of cat food. Okay, as you can see, I had to stop my game. My phone died that I'm filming on my iPhone 6s Plus, and this is the iPhone 6 in space gray. Like I said, the game is available on Android and the App Store. So anyway, like I was saying before, Kathmandu with the Tamari ball and good food. Kathmandu will come out with sashimi or, like I said, just regular decent food. So moving on. Now, the reason I'm back in the yard, like I said, is because the phone that I'm filming on died, so I ended the game. Now, if you even get a text message while you're playing this game, the game will restart. For example, usually whenever you just hit the home button and you start another app, the app will show up and it will start back from where it's at. With Neko Atsume, if you suspend the app for even a second, you'll have to click it back and it starts over again. None of your progress will be lost, but it's just frustrating whenever you're trying to buy something and you get a text and then it'll go away and it'll, take you back to the yard, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing. Now, I mean, I guess that's about it. Better food attracts more cats, bigger items such as, since we placed these two down and I showed you guys how to get a variety, let's place something that will attract more cats in the larger space. So, menu, goodies, okay, now the cat condo complex you can buy with the silver sardines, but the cat metropolis you're going to have to buy with the gold sardines. Let's put that down. Each one attracts a decent amount of cats, but if you want to get some rare cats, you're going to want to hit the cat metropolis, or get that one. So since it's a large item, it's only going to go in the center of one of these two places, so we're going to put it right here, where the socks were. And since there's rare food out, like the more picky cats, the sashimi, only a few cats who like that food will show up. If you had something like risky bits or the deluxe tuna bits, which is what most of the cats dig, all of them will come out. So anyway, like I said, I'm trying to save up for that Miss Meow Meow to come to the hammock. So some other things in my yard are the orange box or whatever. It's in the size bit large. There's also a small size. There's always a different variety. So like I said, just some tips to finish you guys off is make sure you always have decent food out. Like I said, there's the grossest, dirtiest type of food, which is the Thrifty Bits. It's in a pink food bowl. Then comes the Ritzy Bits. Then comes the Bonito Bits. Let's see, yeah, I'm right. Frisky Bits. You can get 3 of refills for 30 silver sardines. Then there's the Ritzy Bits, which you click. It's only 3 gold sardines, but you can also buy in bulk. Purchase a 3-pack for 7. So actually, I'm going to do that. Then there's Bonito Bits. Gourmet canned feast, now with a dash of bonito flakes, and the deluxe tuna bits, which every cat will eat. So like I said, it just goes from, you know, worse to the better. There's like Thrifty Bits isn't even on here. But if you go to the yard and you're out of food, you can't afford anything, just click this. If you're on Frisky Bits, go to your left, and there will be Thrifty from the Frisky. And a lot of cats, like a lot of the rare cats, like the more, you know, cats that only come out with certain food will not come out for the Thrifty Bits. It's basically just a starter food, especially if you're broke. My best advice to you guys for this game is save up as many gold sardines as possible. I have a horrible spending problem. I've even spent money on this game, real money. This game is like one of the least games you would ever, like, it's not like Candy Crush where you have to buy, you know, certain power-ups or anything like that. Like, you can totally beat this game without, you know, buying anything with real money. I just have a problem with spending these fish because I'm obsessed with this damn game and I'm on it 24/7. So, well, not that often, but probably. Anyway, another thing is your cats. Just if you ever place something down, like if you accidentally kick them out, like I said, they won't leave you that many sardines. Like for example, if I decided to pick a goodie from the menu and exchange it with where this cat's laying in the tiramisu cube, the cat will leave and only leave me maybe 1. But the longer you let the cat stay there, the more fish they'll give you. Like I said, if a cat's very satisfied, he'll leave you gold sardines. If a cat's unsatisfied but still used it for a while, he'll leave you silver and not that many. I think, like I said, the most I got was from Tubbs. Like I said, the rare cats will leave you more. Except for that Kathmandu cat that I told you about. The one who plays with the Tamari ball and stuff like that. He will not leave you that many fish. He always leaves you silver sardines, and it's never that many. So, I guess that's about it. If you ever need help with the game, go to Other, and there will be the help. It'll show you, you know, certain things like camera. It's possible to snap photos of your cats. Choose close-up mode or full screen mode, blah, blah, blah. It'll, you know, mementos, here's the entire thing. Or it'll take you to the site. Enter the password each day to earn a gift of fish. View the daily password. Tap it and select enter password on the Connect screen. You'll win a can of Ritzy Bits. Tap it. Oh, wait, so... View the daily password in the news menu. Tap it and select enter password. Huh. I never tried that before, so let's try it. So let's go to news. The daily password is call, so then what? I already did that. So wait. Where was I? I don't know. Connect. Okay, here we go. Enter the password each day to earn a gift of fish. View the daily password in the news menu. Tap it and select enter password on the Connect screen. You'll win a can of Ritzy Bits. So, call. So where's Connect? Huh, I can't. That's strange. Maybe I'm not doing it good enough. Whatever. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay, so maybe some of you guys can learn how to do it, but yeah, so that's about it. That's my video. Save up for those yard expansions. If you're a first-time player and I showed you to go to other to remodel, you don't go there to get the yard expansion. You go to shop. First screen, just hit left one time and then it'll say yard expansion. Expand your cat's play space into the adjacent room, which will allow you to place more stuff. One more tip is, see how I have large items out? Not always will the large items attract more cats, such as the twisty rail, which will attract one of the rare cats, which is the railroad cat. I don't remember his name. Like, for example, this umbrella will only attract maybe 3 cats. The cat metropolis and the cat condo complex will attract, you know, maybe 4 cats at a time. I believe the most is 6. Don't take my word on that. But then the ones that will leave you less, like I said, is like the twisty rail, which only 1 cat can play with at a time. The cat cafe can only have 3 cats on it, things like that. So you'll learn to play yourself. Now, I did mention earlier beating the game. In order to beat the game, you have to collect all the cats, collect all the mementos, things like that. And even after you beat it, you can still play. They'll still make updates for the game. You know, you could still save up, have cats visit your yards, things like that. Get all the yard expansions, everything. So enjoy the game. It really helps people who suffer from like insomnia, anxiety, and depression. Whenever I'm having severe anxiety, I play this game and it really calms me down. You don't have to do much. They tell you in the beginning to suspend your app. That way you can just go about your day and just check in. Like I said, like a Tamagotchi or a Gigapet, you know, back then, you know, like the 90s babies. It's like taking care of a Giga or a Tamagotchi. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for the shaky camera. Like I said, I'm filming with my hands because I have no tripod. And give me some feedback, you know, comment, subscribe, like. I'm really good with constructive criticism, so you guys have a great night. Sleep well. I hope this video relaxed you for a little bit, and make sure to download this game. If I could, I would spend way more money on this than I actually should, which I think is pathetic, but don't judge me. Alright guys, have a good night. Bye.